Welcome to another episode of the A-List Music Club. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Truth. And with me, as always, are Dominic and John. How's it going tonight, guys?
Good. How you
doing? Good. And this is the show where each week a different one of us picks a different CD, playlist, album, whatever, for the others to check out. And this time, you can see Dominic entertained. This time it was Dominic's turn. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you picked?
I believe it's either the 1977 or 78, maybe.
77.
By REO Speedwagon, You Get What You Play For. I wanted these youngsters to out the real REO Speedwagon and not that Keep On Loving You shit. So I guess I'll start it off. Fantastic album. One of my favorite live albums of all time. Incredible guitar work, great songs. Golden Country. It's a long song, but it's just epic. Gary Richrath, one of the most underrated guitar players in all of history. He actually left REO Speedwagon after they turned into that soft rock crap. He said that they were originally a rock and roll band, and that he wanted to keep doing rock and roll because Kevin Cronin was not the original singer for REO Speedwagon. He came in, they did a couple albums that were really rocky, and then he just changed the whole direction of the band. So, one of my favorites, I think one of the great songs, Being Kind Can Hurt Someone Sometime. I think it's just an awesome tune. Riding the Storm Out, Keep Pushing, Son of a Poor Man, 157 Riverside Avenue. Just a great album, in my opinion. So I'd like to hear what you guys have to think about it.
Well, I've never heard an entire REO Speedwagon album before. I only know the hits you hear on the radio. I have a greatest hits. I have seen them in concert, so I know that they're way more rocky live. They did Golden Country, and I saw them. They did Riverside Avenue. They did all that Music Man. So yeah, they're that 80s stuff isn't really what they sound like.
No.
They're kind of like the Doobie Brothers. They were a rock band, and Michael McDonald joined, and they got soft.
Right.
But this is I only knew two songs. I knew Keep Pushing and Riding the Storm Out. And for some reason on my Spotify, the guitar solo and the Chuck Berry cover, Little Queenie, were not on there. I don't know why.
Maybe like rights issues or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe they didn't have right to Chuck Berry's music Spotify.
Maybe. Why take the guitar solo out? I don't know. But whatever. So yeah, I didn't know a lot of these songs, but very good. I mean, Only a Summer Love I liked.
Yeah.
Like You Do is a good tune.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When I saw him, Kevin said, I write pop songs, and then Gary used to rock them up. So I write these little folky pop tunes, and then Gary would turn up the amps and rock it out. I guess once he left, he didn't have to worry about that anymore.
Right. And then they even got some lookalike dude to play guitar for Gary Richrath. I lost all respect for REO Speedwagon when Gary Richrath left. I really did.
Yeah, that's the version I saw. I didn't see Gary Richrath. I saw the new guy, and I think Kevin's the only one left that's sort of original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably maybe 30 years plus ago when they I saw them at Pine Knob in Michigan, REO and Boston together.
Oh.
And that was one hell of a show.
I bet it was. Yeah.
Uh,
I saw him with Styx at the Allentown Fair.
that'd be a hell of a show too.
Well, it's the new Styx, so no Dennis DeYoung and
Yeah. Well, didn't they have a guy that kind of sounded like him though?
yeah, but they don't do a lot of his songs. It's sort of like No Best of Times or Babe. They skip over all that.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Just try to stick to the rocking stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't bored with it. I was entertained. They were a whole lot more jammy than I thought they were.
Yeah.
You know, like long guitar solos and songs that would go on for 5 or 6, 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I liked that it was a real live album.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't like hit after hit after hit. It was like a real concert.
Right.
Songs that you may not know. So yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it.
Good.
Yeah, I don't think I knew any of these songs. I was never a huge fan of them because I only ever knew the pop ballads and stuff that you'd hear on the radio, like Can't Fight This Feeling, Keep on Loving You, Take It on the Run.
Oh,
and
geez.
I always got it mixed up with Styx or another like bands that like that, where I'm like, I don't even know if this is REO Speedwagon or not. So yeah, I never really got into them. So I thought this was definitely much better than I expected. I figured it had to be for Dominic to pick it. Yeah. You want to pick a Monster Ballads album? This CD is hailed by many to be the band's magnum opus, which I could see that for that for the rock style at least.
Yeah.
That we're looking at. And a lot of people on YouTube are saying that their live recordings surpassed their studio albums a lot of the times too. And that would make sense because they could jam more and stuff like that, like we were saying.
Studios, they get polished a lot.
Yeah.
They smooth out the rough edges. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely sounded like a fun show. Like you'd want to be there, you know, when you're listening to the live album.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of it. Lay Me Down, I thought was good. Oh, Like You Do was a good opener before that. A great guitar on Only a Summer Love. A great guitar solo there. Cool piano on Son of a Poor Man. That was pretty cool. And I like the instrumental Flying Turkey Trot.
Yep.
Gary's guitar solo I thought was fantastic. To throw that to you, John. Just take my word on that one. They have it on YouTube.
You're a good guitar player, man.
Yeah. I really liked 157 Riverside Avenue. I have that one starred. So I really thought that one's a good one. And Riding the Storm Out was cool. And Golden Country I thought was an awesome ending for it.
That was the ending when I saw them too. That's still in the set list.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
damn,
a lot different than I expected, but good.
The problem was these were rocking albums, but they weren't big sellers.
Right.
They were a live band and they had a following, but they weren't big sellers.
Right.
And they finally got played on the radio and then they veered in that direction. They were selling millions.
But they hit.
They were.
They actually hit with their next album, which was You Can Tune a Piano, but You Can't Tune a Fish. And that had Roll with the Changes on it and a couple others I don't remember.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of like what Aerosmith did. In a way. But not as...
The next album was their first to make the top 40.
I'm sorry?
That next album, Tuna Fish, is their first one to make the top 40.
Right.
Roll with the Changes and Time for Me to Fly were the hits.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Time for Me to Fly was our graduation song.
Oh, wow.
But neither one of those songs made the top 40.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yep. Let's rate this thing.
All right, let's rate For me, it's a 10. I think this is a spectacular album. Like I said, it's one of my all-time favorite live albums. Yeah. God bless and God rest his Gary Richrath's soul.
Yeah, that's a shame. And he sort of passed away quietly. There was no big hoopla about it or nothing. Just
No.
a shame. But I'd agree. I'd give it a 10. I mean, it was great. It was just like being at a concert.
Wow.
Energetic. It rocked. I was in my car and I turned it up. I'm like, this is pretty good.
I'm a little surprised with that one, Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll keep it going with a 10. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It is. It's just a great album. It really
There's
is.
not really a bad song, honestly.
And do you know why I bought that album? I had never heard anything off of it. I thought the cover was cool. And I liked the name REO Speedwagon. So I bought that album when it came out and just took a flyer on it, you know? And when I got home and listened to it, my jaw hit the floor. It was just incredible. Now, a little piece of trivia. Do you know what an REO Speedwagon is?
Was it a train?
It was an old-time fire engine.
Okay.
It was made by REO and it was called the Speedwagon. So,
cool.
Yeah, kind of interesting little thing. Yeah, back down when I was younger, and because I would go into the stores when I had money, and I'd just go look at album covers I liked, and I'd just buy them and take shots on them. That's how I did it. That's how I discovered Kiss.
Wow.
That's how I bought Dress to Kill.
I was gonna say, you didn't know Rock and Roll All Night?
I bought Dress to Kill.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought it was just a cool album cover. And I said, oh, look, dudes are wearing makeup and stuff like that.
Right. So, all right. Well, that is our thoughts on REO Speedwagon. This time it is my turn to pick. So this is going to be a very short listen. I was looking up the track list and I said, oh, this won't take very long. Me and Dominic were talking about this band and we don't really know a whole lot about them. And that is the Pixies. Huh?
The Lick Me's.
The Pixies.
Oh, okay.
And the album Surfer Rosa, which has got Where Is My Mind on it.
All right. I know who the Pixies are.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard them. So.
Wow. You don't know Orange Cassidy, so.
I've got a friend of mine who likes them, but he's a little bit younger than me. He's probably about. He might be. He's probably a little bit older than you, John. He's probably like around 50, I would think. Or and so I think that was more his stuff.
All right, cool.
All right. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes next time. John, you want to talk a little bit about the podcast?
Yeah, We Like Wrestling Podcast. It's a weekly podcast. It's guys sitting around talking about any and everything wrestling related. We're on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you find podcasts. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We Like Wrestling Podcast.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. We're taking over the world.
And I'd like to promote something. I'd like to promote me. Come follow me on any platform you want to.
Even the ones you're not on?
Even on the ones I'm not on.
Especially on all the social media he's not on.
Especially Snapchat, because I have no idea what that is. But
I'm on there.
I have Snapchat,
yeah.
All right.
All right. And of course, for me, you can subscribe here on YouTube, youtube.com/Westside of 515. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/WestTruePaylist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram at Wes A-List. Until next time, truth out.